Okay, so now we've got practice test set 7, paper 1, non-calculator for the higher. Let's see what the first question is. Right, simplify, leaving your answer in index form. Right, so we've got 7, they're all 7s, so we can just add the powers together. 7 to the power of 8. Then we've got 4 to the power of 7 all squared. Well, that's a power of a power, so we can multiply the powers. And then we've got everything in base 5, and we need to work out the n. So we can do n plus 3, because it's divide, take away 6, and that is all equal to 4. So we're just looking at the powers there. So that is n minus 3 equals 4. So actually n is 7. Okay, question 2. So they're all as straightforward as that. Right, highest common factor. So to get the highest common factor, probably the easiest way is to do prime factor trees. 147 is basically 3 lots of 49. Just keep going down till you get to prime numbers. Okay, and then 42 is 6 and 7. And then 2 and 3. 2, 5, 2. Well, I don't know what goes into 2, 5, 2. Let's have a think. Let's see if we can divide it by 3, which I think it will divide by 3. 3 goes in, no, it doesn't. 3 goes into 25 8 times. 3, remainder 1. 3's into 12, 4. Okay, so we can do 3 and 84. Then we can do 2 and 42, 6 and 7, 2 and 3. Now we just need to find common prime factors. So we've got 7, a 7 and a 7. Have we got anything else? A 3. We've got 3, a 3 and a 3. Okay. Are there any others? Well, we've got 7 there. There's no 7 there, so actually that is it. So 7 times 3, 21 is the highest common factor. Right, question 3. The total weight of 3 identical video games. We need to work out the weight of 5. Right, okay, so we need to do, I would work out the weight of 1. So basically 525 divided by 3. Which gives you 175 for 1, and then you have to do 175 times by 5. 5 times 5, 25, 5 times 7, etc. So actually it's 875 grams. Okay, let's keep going. The perimeter of a triangle is 90 centimeters. The length of the sides are in the ratio of 3 to 5 to 7. Work out the length of the longest side of the triangle. Okay, so we need to share in a given ratio. So we need to do 3 plus 5 plus 7, which is 15. 90 divided by 15 is 6. But we want the longest side, so the longest, 6 times 7, basically 6. We've got 7 bits of 6, so it's 42. Okay, next one. We'll roll. Okay, question 5. There are X stamps in a small packet. X plus 3, X plus 4. Okay, total number of stamps in 3 packets. Write down an equation for n in terms of x. So basically we need to add these 3 together. X plus 3. We don't need the brackets, they're all addition. And that's all going to equal n. But we need to get it in its simplest form. So we've got 3x plus 7 is equal to n. Now, there's a total of 61 stamps. Work out the number of stamps in the medium packet. Well, let's solve this, because if we can work out what x is, we can work out how many in the medium packet. So we can change the n to 61. So let's take away our 7, so that's 54. 54 divided by 3 is 18. And now we know 18, our medium packet is 18 plus 3, which is 21, because x was 18. Okay, next one. Standard form. Write 75,000 in standard form. 7.5 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. A computer can carry out simple calculations in 1 picosecond, where 1 picosecond is 10 to the minus 12 seconds. Write down in standard form the time in seconds for this computer to carry out 75,000 simple calculations. Right, well, let's keep it all in standard form. So we've got 7.5 times 10 to the 4, which is basically that number. We just worked it out. And we need to multiply it by 1 times 10 to the minus 12. Well, 7.5 times 1 is 7.5, and because these are both base 10, I can add the powers because we're multiplying, so it's times 10 to the minus 8. Okay, so we're just using now standard form to actually help us do that calculation. Now, next one. Sally got 32 out of 80 in her maths test. She got 38% in her English test. Sally wants to know if she got a higher percentage in maths or in English. Did Sally get a higher percentage in... Oh, hang on. You must show your working. Right, okay, so basically we need to do 32 out of 80 as a percentage. Now, I'm going to use equivalent fractions because I know 8 goes into both of these. 8 goes into 32 4 times. 8 goes into 80 10 times. Because it's 4 out of 10, it's the same as 40 out of 100, 40%. So, did Sally get a higher percentage in maths or in English? Maths. Okay, now, next question. The length of Emma's journey from home to her friends is 72 kilometres. The journey takes an hour and 20 minutes. Work out her average speed. Right, now to get her average speed, we just need to work out how far she travels in an hour. But 1 hour is 3 times 20 minutes. So actually, if we do 72 divided by 4, right, I could use my speed distance time triangle, but actually some of that division is going to be quite tricky. So I'm just going to try and break it down, and I've got 4 lots of 20 minutes there because I've got 3 in the hour and I've got 1 there. So if I do 72 divided by 4, 72 divided by 4 is 18. To work out how far I've gone in an hour, I just need 3 lots of 18. So actually, in an hour, we've gone 54 kilometres. In other words, 54 kilometres an hour. Okay, it's just using sort of a bit of logic to try and make the numbers easier on that one. Right, number 9. The mean of 6 numbers is 40. The mean of 6 numbers is 40. 3 of the numbers are as follows. Each of the remaining 3 numbers is equal to x. Find the value of x. Well, the total amount is basically 6 times 40. So they've all got to add up to 240. But we know 3 of these values. So we've got 102, 60 and 30. Which is 192. So we need to do 240 take away 192, which is a 48. But that's for the three numbers. So therefore we need to do 48 divided by 3, which is 16. So each number is 16. So we've got 3 16s, those three numbers, and it's going to give us a mean of 40. Okay, next question. Number 10. Y varies inversely as the cube of x. Okay, y varies inversely as the cube of x. So, y varies inversely as the cube of x. Okay, I think, hang on a minute, let's just double check that one. Okay, so we've got information there. We need to put it into a formula so we can actually work out the missing values. We know that y is 24. We know that x cubed is 8, but we don't know this value on the top. So what we can do to get a value of k, 8 times 24, 32, 192. So k is 192. So now we need to work out a value of x when y is minus 3. So we have minus 3 is equal to 192 over x cubed. So let's swap it around. We've got x cubed over 192 divided by minus 3. Well, let's actually do that bit. I'm going to have to say that I'm working down here, so just tell the examiner there's workings below the line. We've got 192 divided by 3. I know it's a minus 3, we'll come back to that. So that gives me 6, remainder 1, gives me 4. So now I've got x cubed is equal to minus 64 because I've done my division. So the cube root of minus 64 is actually 4. So x is, it's minus 4. Forgot about the minus there. So the actual answer is minus 4.